Right guys, I thought I'd just quickly share a few things that I've had recently. One of my real-time loving that. It's an old fireman's axe by the looks of it. Pretty good, but if you can see here, it's actually rusted through where the wood is. So there's probably no salvaging that, but look at the rust on it, it's just beautiful. Why do we get excited about rusty things? I don't know. Okay, a chain. Ben, you were asking me about chains, and voila, I got a chain. This one, now, I think it's from an old jug, but look at the handle. It's sort of, I got it from where a lot of, there was a lot of Viking activity, but I don't think it's that old. I don't know, it's got a finger handle and what looks like a spout. So you pour. But any ideas? Obviously the bottom bit would have been is missing, but may have been wood with a metal rim on it. I'm not sure, but that's quite good. I like that, so I kept it. Now the hammer I found, there's no hammer I've ever seen with a shape like that, but on closer inspection, it's obviously just about to go there, but on the bottom it's got a bolt that obviously, a nut that screws on the bottom. So that's a weird old hammer, if I ever did see one. Funny shaped head. Not really giving it much of a clean up, I've just left it to dry out, but still, nice little pulley from a rope pulley, still functioning after I got that out. It was full of crud, must be pretty old though. I've got an old boy padlock, they're not old. This little padlock, not really that old I guess, but now that looks like a railway spike, but I don't know, it's a bit different from a railroad spike. To me that's some sort of pin, some sort. And then I've got these three, obviously looking like railroad spikes, but two smaller ones, and that large one came out that clean. Look, it was under a lot of mud, but it came out pretty fresh. Not much cleaning involved on that one. My favourite I got of the spanners, I tried to give it a bit of a clean, but that one was rusted to within an inch of its life. As you can see, it's really thin. But then in the same week I got this one. I've given it a clean. It's Stockholm Sweden patent, 8-inch V steel made in Sweden, and they have these which are obviously some sort of spanner. Pretty cool, eh? Cleaned up nicely, and it still works, so can be used. And I got a nice pair of old pliers, pretty good, really battered, a patina on them, but they cleaned up and they were pretty crusted. Got some needle nose jobbies, cleaned up nicely, as good as I could expect, and they work. I quite often get these, they're really big, some sort of, I think it's a boat pin to be honest, goes through the wood on a boat, but I don't know, maybe you could tell me something different. Another really long nail, look at the size of that bugger. Well, obviously a handmade jobby. I thought these make good paperweights. They'd make a really good paperweight. These are used to hold rebar in a wall. The rebar goes through there and then tightens up through there, and it holds the wall together. And I've got a pair of those, and a pair of them. Pretty cool paperweights, I'd say. One of the old favourites in the UK, actually. Not so popular here, actually, really. The old horseshoes. But yeah, there's a little collection. In the garden, I've actually got a little bird table that I've made from a Islamic plate. It's all ornate, it's got all markings all over it. I'll put some bird food on there, and it's pinned down with a mooring pin. And I got this out of the water, which is a little stool made of wood, so it's floating, but I managed to grab it out with my grappling hook. Pretty cool. So there you go, guys. And then what the missus hates is my man drawer, full of lots of things. That's all I do. Okay, there you go. Have a good one.